another title change, just like we saw one tonight. And we saw our two guys that we are extremely high on, absolute Ricky Starks, and of course the Machine, who bet up Brian Cage. And to our surprise, well, not really a surprise, but the crowd was so hot for Starks.
I think that's a surprise. Yeah, man.
I mean, the guy just he just like drenched in charisma, drenched in star power. And, you know, Cage, I thought he would get a bigger pop as kind of the babyface tendency looking for this. His pyro and his intro was great, Cage. Obviously, that kind of person we've talked about time and time again, how amazing a babyface Roman would be with that. But we saw the crowd, like they're pulling a DMD, like they're rooting for the bad guy. They're pulling a crayfish, man. I mean,
hey, man,
he wins the FTW,
people
and the crowd was counting
in them,
1, 2, 3, and they just erupted for Ricky Starks to win that FTW title in a cheating fashion that you absolutely loved.
Oh, I was eating up every minute of it, and I'm loving that Team Babyface is so desperate that you guys got to take take people from my squad to make your stars. It's just a testimony to, like, when you're doing it right, it doesn't matter. Like, you could tell me I'm an idiot, you could tell me I'm a piece of trash, you can say my whole family is worthless. If you deliver it with the right swagger, if you deliver it with the right confidence and just that edge, you're gonna get over. The crowd's gonna fall in love with you. It doesn't matter what you say; it matters about how you say it. And I think that Ricky Starks, this dude just oozes charisma. He oozes that star power, as you talked about. It's really interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. I cannot wait till Friday Night Fights and Flights when we get to sit down with Bonds and talk to him a little bit more and just free flow and talk a little bit just about FTW title getting changing hands and what this means for Team Taz, but focusing in on the meat of this, SPD, I think that you're absolutely right. We see that the battle lines are drawn now on Team Taz. They've quickly, I think, established a hot feud moving forward. Brian Cage is going to be, the Machine is going to be laser focused.
No, he's going to tear through Team Taz.
And when you think about the Machine, this is a guy who's capable of anything. And although Ricky Starks may have got the last laugh tonight, I do feel like, Brian Cage is the type of guy, without all the distractions, without all the having to follow all the drama and all the noise of Team Taz, and you can just focus in on what this guy does well. Super athlete, really easy to get behind in front of. Just putting him in front of live crowds, what this man can do is going to naturally get a lot of. I mean, imagine if you're a little kid. This is like the Ultimate Warrior to another level. I mean, this guy has the look, but then he can also deliver in the ring. It's just what a blend of skills Brian Cage possesses. So I think that the more, obviously tonight, the crowd was hot for a title change and hot for, understandably so, Ricky Starks, a healthy Ricky Starks coming back, in-ring return, which was nice to see. But I think long-term, SPD, fans are going to be firmly behind a Brian Cage face push. I think that, with this extra motivation, getting screwed over like he did, in really true epic heel fashion, I was and as Team Heel, we were eating it up. I loved the betrayal that Team Taz had on Brian Cage tonight. Executed really well, just from start to finish. I have a feeling that this one's going to lead to higher star potential for both guys. Ricky Starks is going to only become that much more over now that he has this belt that he can brag about.
Can't wait.
He's going to talk a lot of trash. And Brian Cage is going to, now that he's kind of got this he's able to have the spotlight on himself, it's going to really push him to another level. I think this is going to be one of those moments where it's a win-win.
We've predicted and wanted, Starks holding a TNT style belt where he could just be this like trash talking guy. And now he's got a belt, and hopefully put some meaning on it for the FTW title as well. And we can't 100%. Wait for that.